is 1910, a day in the career of Harry Sims when absolutely everything went wrong, just when it all seemed to be going superlatively right. In Harry's case, it was a woman that did the mischief. She came to him in his greatest hour and proceeded to tell him that she did not admire him. Of course, he turned her out of the house and, well, he was soon himself again. But it had spoiled the morning for him. This is the subject of our play, and frankly, it's quite enough, too. You see, Harry is to be honored with a knighthood in a couple of days, and we find him in the sumptuous snuggery of his home in Kensington, England, rehearsing the ceremony with his wife. They have been going at it all morning, a pleasing occupation. Mrs. Sims, as we may be soon calling her for the last time, is wearing her presentation gown as she personates the august one who will soon dub her Harry Knight. She is seated regally, her jeweled neck proclaiming aloud her husband's generosity, and yet she has a drawn face and shrinking ways, as if there was someone near her that she is afraid of.
Rise, Sir Harry.
Did that seem all right, eh?
I think perfect.
But was it dignified?
Oh, very. And it will be still more so when you have the sword.
Yes, the sword will add an air. There are the 5 moments. The glide. The dip. The kiss. The tap. You stand up and back out a knight. It's very short, but it's a beautiful ceremony. Anything you can suggest?
No. Oh, no. You don't think you've practiced till you know what to do almost too well?
I do not. Don't talk nonsense. Wait until your opinion is asked for.
I'm sorry, Harry. The Flora Typewriting Agency.
Oh, yes, I telephoned them to send someone. A woman, I suppose?
Yes, Sir Harry.
Yes, well, you can show her in. And choose. Strictly speaking, I am not Sir Harry until Thursday.
Beg your pardon, sir, but it is such a satisfaction to us, sir.
They like it downstairs, do they?
Especially the females, Sir Harry.
You can show her in. You can tell her what she's wanted for, and me, well, I change. You can tell her the things that will sound better coming from you. Did you hear, Toombs? Especially the females. And he's right. Success, the women like it even more than the men. And rightly so, for they share. You share, Lady Sims. There is not a woman who will see that gown without being sick with envy. I know them. Invite all our lady friends over to see it. They'll be ill for a week.
machine?
Oh, yes. I suppose if I'm to work here, I may take this off. I get on much better without it.
Certainly. I ought to apologize for my gown. I'm to be presented this week and I was trying it on.
It is quite beautiful, I may presume to say so.
Yes, it is very beautiful. Sit down, please.
I suppose it is some copying you want done. I got no particulars. I was only told to come to this address, but that was all.
Oh, it is not work for me. It is for my husband. And what he needs is not exactly copying. He wants a number of letters answered. Hundreds of them, letters and telegrams of congratulations.
Yes.
My husband is a remarkable man. He is about to be knighted. He is to be knighted for his services and he can explain it so much better than I can.
And I'm to answer the congratulations.
Yes.
That is work I have some experience of.
But you can't begin till you know what he wants to say.
Oh, it's only a specimen letter. Won't it be the usual thing?
Is there a usual thing?
Oh, yes.
How quickly you do it. It must be delightful to be able to do something and to do it well.
Yes. It's delightful.
But excuse me, I don't think that would be any use. My husband wants me to explain to you that his is an exceptional case. He did not try to get this honor in any way. It was a complete surprise to him.
That is what I have written.
But how could you know?
I only guessed.
Is that the usual thing?
Oh, yes.
They don't try to get it?
I don't know. That is what we are told to say in the letters.
I should explain that my husband is not a man who cares for honors, so long as he does his duty.
I have been putting that in.
Have you? But he particularly wants it to be known that he would have declined the title were it not his duty.
I have it here.
What have you got?
Indeed, I would have asked to be allowed to decline had it not been that I wanted to please my wife.
But how could you know it was that?
Is it?
Do they all accept it for that reason?
That is what we are told to say in the letters.
It's almost as if you knew my husband.
I assure you, I don't even know his name.
Oh, you wouldn't like that. This is the lady, Harry.
Yes, yes. Good morning, my dear.
I was trying to explain to her that she should...
What? Leave it to me, Emmy. I'll attend to her. You!
Yes, it is funny.
The shamelessness of your daring to come here.
Believe me, it is no less of a surprise to me than it is to you. I was sent here in the ordinary way of business. I was only given the number of the house. I was not told the name.
The ordinary way of business. And this is what you have fallen to. A typist.
Think of it.
After going through worse straits, I'll be bound.
Much worse straits.
My congratulations.
Thank you, Harry.
What was that you called me, miss?
On my soul, I almost forget.
It's not Harry to you. The name is Sims, if you please.
Yes, I have not forgotten that. It was my name too, you see.
Yes, it was your name until you forfeited the right to bear it.
Exactly.
You know, I was furious at finding you here. But on second thought, it pleases me. There's a grand justice in it.
Tell me.
Do you know why you were brought here today?
I have just been learning that you are to be made a knight, and I am here to answer your messages of congratulation.
That's it. That's it. You come on this day as my servant.
You might have been Lady Sims.
And you are her typist instead, and she has 4 men servants. I'm glad you saw her in that presentation gown.
I wonder if she would let me do her washing, Sir Harry.
And you can go. Mere thought that only a few flights of steps separates such as you from my innocent children.
You have children.
2,
Such a nice number.
both boys.
And successful in everything. Are they like you, Sir Harry?
They are very like me.
That is nice.
Would you please go?
I What shall I say to my employer?
It's none of my affair.
What will you say to Lady Sims?
I flatter myself that whatever I say, the Lady Sims will accept without comment.
Still the same, Harry.
What do you mean?
Only that you have your old confidence and your profound knowledge of the sex.
I suppose I know my wife.
I suppose you do. I was only just remembering how you used to think you knew her when I was the lady. Well, goodbye, Sir Harry. Won't you ring and your 4 men servants will show me out?
As you are here, there is something I'd like to get out of you. Tell me, who was the man?
You never found out.
I could never be sure.
I thought that would worry you.
It's plain he soon left you.
Very soon.
I could have told you. Tell me who he was. It's 40 years ago, Kate. It can't matter to any of us now. Tell me, who was he?
Better not ask.
I do ask. Tell me.
It is kinder not to tell you.
By James, it was one of my pals. Was it Bernard Roche? It might be someone who comes to my house still.
I think not. 14 years ago. You found my letter that night when you went home.
Yes.
I propped it up against the decanters. I thought for sure you would see it there. It was a room not unlike this one, and the furniture was arranged in the same attractive way. How it all comes back to me. Can't you see me in my hat and my cloak and putting the letter there and taking one last look around the room and stealing out into the night to meet
Who?
him? No sound in that room but the tick-tock of the clock. And then, around midnight, you come home alone and you
I
say,
wasn't alone.
"Oh, here have I all these years been conceiving it wrongly? I believe something interesting happened.
Something confoundedly annoying.
Do tell."
We won't speak of that. Tell me, who was he? Surely a man has a right to know with whom his wife bolted.
Surely a wife has a right to know how he took it. A fair exchange. You tell me what happened and I will tell you who he was.
You will.
Yes.
Very well.
Quite like old times. Go on.
As you know, I was dining at the club that night.
Yes.
Jack Lamb drove me home, and Mabbott Green was with us. I invited them to come in for a few minutes.
Jack Lamb. Mallet Green. I remember him. Jack was in the parliament.
No, that was Mabbott. Well, anyway, they came in with me. Was it him?
Who?
Mabbott! The man!
What man? in the house with you.
Well, it might have been a blind.
Well, it wasn't. On?
We were having a talk at the club, and they came in to finish it.
An interesting talk, evidently.
The paper's been full that evening of the elopement of some countess woman, a fiddler. What was her name?
Does it matter?
No. We'd been discussing the thing, and I had been rather warm.
Let me see. You had been saying that it serves a husband right that he who could not look after his wife deserved to lose her. That was one of your favorite subjects. Say it was not Harry.
It may have been something like that.
And all this time, the letter was there. 14 years ago. How sweet of you to tell me, Harry. Oh. But you still wondered who he was.
I still have the letter.
Do let me see it.
Well, you may have it as a gift.
I forgot exactly what I said in the letter. Oh, wow. Oh, my. This is it? Oh, you did properly it. Yes. Dear husband, I call you that for the last time. I am off. I am what you call making a bolt of it. I won't try to excuse myself nor explain, for you would not accept the excuses nor understand the explanation. It will be a little shock to you, but only to your pride. What will astound you is that any woman could be such a fool as to leave a man as you. I am taking nothing with me that belongs to you. May you be very happy. Your ungrateful Kate. P.S. You need not try to find out who he was. You will try, but you will not succeed. May I have this for my very Emily?
Oh, you really beg.
And would you care for a Titopy?
None of your sauce. I had to show it to them in the end.
I can picture Jack Lamb eating it.
A penniless parson's daughter.
That is all I was.
We searched for the two of you, high and low.
Hiding detectives?
Yeah, they couldn't get on the trail of you.
No.
But at last the courts allowed me to serve the paper through advertisement on a man unknown, and I got my freedom.
So I saw. That was the last I heard of you.
And I married again, as soon as ever I could.
We say that is a compliment to the first wife.
I showed them.
You soon let them see that if one woman was a fool, you still had your pick of the basket to choose from.
By James, I did!
But you still wondered who he was.
I suspected everyone, even my pals. See, I felt like leaping at their throats and crying, "It's you!"
You had been so admirable to me, and instinct told you that I was sure to choose one of the same.
Can't be money, I thought. It must be looks. Some dolly face. He must have had something wonderful about him to make you willing to give up all that you had.
Poor
With me.
Poor Harry.
And it couldn't have been going on for long, for I would have noticed the difference in you.
Would you?
Well, I knew you so well.
You amazing man.
Well, out with it. Who was he?
You are demanding to know
Your promise. You gave your word.
if I must. I am sorry I promised, and there was no one, Harry. There was no one at all.
If you think you can play with me,
I told you you wouldn't like it, and
it's unbelievable.
I suppose it is, but it's true.
Your own letter gives you the lie.
The letter was intentional. I thought that if the truth were known, you may have had difficulty getting your freedom, and if I was getting mine, I saw it should only be fair that you should be getting yours too. So I wrote my goodbye in words to be taken to mean what you thought they meant. And in my doing so, I knew the law would back you in your opinion, because the law, like you, Harry, has a profound understanding of women.
I don't believe you yet.
Well, I suppose that's the best way to take it. It's unflattering, but it is the truth. But you weren't the only one. You sufficed.
Then what mad impulse?
It was no impulse. I had thought it out for a year.
Yeah. Why, to hear you, one would think that I wasn't a good husband to you.
You were a good husband according to your lights.
I think so.
A moral man and a charity and quite the philanthropist.
All women envied you.
Boy, how you loved me to be envied.
I swaddled you in luxury.
Yeah, that was it.
What?
How you beamed at me as I sat at the head of our fat dinners and my fat jewelry, surrounded by your fat friends.
I weren't so fat.
All those except those who were incredibly thin. Have you ever noticed, Harry, that many jewels make a woman either incredibly fat or incredibly thin?
I have not. We had all the most interesting society of the day, not just business people, politicians, painters, writers.
Oh, the glorious, dazzling successes, while we eat too much about who had a hit and who was slipping back and what the new house cost and the motor and the gold soup plate and who was to meet a new knight.
And was anyone getting on better than me? And consequently you.
Consequently me. Oh, Harry, you and your sublime religion.
Religion? I was never one to talk about religion.
You don't know what religion was, is, or will be until the day of your expensive funeral. One's religion is what he is most interested in. And yours is success.
Ambition is the last infirmity of noble minds.
Noble minds.
You're not saying you left me because of my success.
That was it. I couldn't endure it. If a failure had come now and then, but your success was suffocating me. I had a passionate craving to be done with it and to be amongst people who had not got on.
Well, there are plenty of them.
Not in our set. As soon as somebody began to go downhill, they pulled out of sight.
I tell you, I am worth $250,000.
That is what you are worth to yourself. I will tell you what you are worth to me. 12 pounds. I decided that I would launch myself onto the world alone if I were to first prove my mettle by earning 12 pounds. And as soon as I earned it, I left you.
£12?
Yes. That is what you are worth to a woman, and if she cannot earn it, she has to stick to you.
You valued me more when you married me.
I didn't know you then. I thought you were a man.
A man? What do you mean by a man?
Have you heard of them, Harry? They are something fine, and every woman is loath to admit that her husband is not one. When she marries, though she has been a trivial thing, in her there is a big stirring toward a worthy life, as well as a fear for her contempt for evil. And her chances lie within him. If there's something good in him, what is good in her finds it, and they join forces against the baser parts. Harry, I did not give you up willingly. I invented all sorts of theories to explain you, and your hardness, I said it was a fine want of mawkishness. Your coarseness, I said it goes with your strength. Your contempt for the weak, I called it virility. want of ideals. I said it was your clear-sightedness, your ignobility toward women. I tried to think of it as funny. That, Harry, I clung to you to save myself, but I had to let go. You had only one quality, and it was success, and you had it so strong that it swallowed all of the others.
How did you earn this £12?
It took me nearly 6 months, but I earned it fairly. I learned this. I hired it, and I taught myself, and I got some work through a friend, and with my first £12, I paid for my machine. And then I considered myself free to go, and I went.
All this going on in my house while you were living in a lap of luxury. By God, you were determined.
By God, I was.
How you must have hated me.
Yeah, not a bit. After I saw there was a way out, I even felt sorry for you. You know, you had success so strong, and it's a fatal gift.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and some of your most successful friends knew it. One or two of them used to look very sad at times, as if they may have thought that they may have come to something if they hadn't got on.
The battered crew you live with now, what are they but folk who try to succeed and fail?
That's it. They try and they fail.
And always will fail.
Always. Poor souls, they say of them, and poor souls, they say of me. It is what keeps us human, and I never tire of it.
Ah, Kate, I tell you, I will be worth $500,000 yet.
I'm sure you will. You are getting stout, Harry.
I'm not.
What was the name of your fat friend who used to fall asleep at dinner parties?
If you mean Sir William Crackley.
That was it. Sir William Crackley. To me, he was the perfect picture of success. He had gotten on so well that he had gotten very, very stout. And when he would sit, it was like, as though he was holding his success together. That is what you are working toward, Harry. That, and about $500,000 more the same.
Will you please leave my house?
Let's not pardon anger. How do you think I am looking, Harry? Compared to that dull, inert thing that used to roll around in your padded carriages.
I forget what you were like. I am very sure that you never could hold a candle to the present Lady Sims.
But it's a picture of her, is it not?
In her wedding gown, painted by an R.A.
A knight.
Yes.
It is a pretty face.
Acknowledged to be a beauty everywhere.
There's a merry look in her eyes and character in her chin.
Noted for her wit.
All her life before her when that picture was painted. It's a spiritual face, too. Oh, Harry, you brute.
And what?
That dear creature capable of becoming a noble wife and mother. On no account was that sad woman that I saw here moments ago. Oh, Harry. Harry.
I'll have you know, if ever there was a woman proud of her husband or happy in her married life, that woman is the Lady Sims.
I wonder.
Well, you needn't wonder.
If I was a husband, I would say to all others to often watch your wife quietly to see whether the 12-pound look was not coming into her eyes. Two boys, you say, both like you.
What is it to you?
I was just thinking that somewhere out there are two little girls, and when they grow up, the dear pretty girls who are all meant for the boys who don't get on. Well, goodbye, Sir Harry.
First, say you're sorry.
For what?
For leaving me. Say you regret it bitterly. You know you do. You have spoiled the day for me.
I am sorry for that, but it is only a pinprick. Yes, I suppose it's a little jarring on your day of triumph to find that an old friend does not think of you as a success, but you will soon get over it. Who cares what a typist thinks?
Nobody. A typist. And 18 shillings a week.
Not a bit. I double that.
Magnificent.
May I come in?
It is the Lady Sims.
I will tell. She is afraid to knock before coming into the room.
She is not. Come in, dearest.
Harry, the sword has come.
Oh, all right.
But I thought you were so eager to practice with it.
Put it down.
It is a beautiful sword.
Yes.
Annie, the thing your neck needs is more jewels.
More.
Ropes of pearls. I will handle it. It is but a bagatelle to me. Well, I won't detain you any longer, miss.
Thank you.
Going already?
The person doesn't suit, Emmy.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry too, but it can't be helped. Goodbye, you noble lady. Goodbye, Sir Harry.
She seemed such a capable woman.
I didn't like her style at all.
Of course. You know best.
Lord, how she winced when I said I would get you those ropes of pearls.
Did she? I didn't notice. I suppose so.
I suppose. Well, I think I know women well enough to know that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Annie, I do know you well, don't I? I mean, I should read you like a book.
Yes, Harry.
What a different existence yours is from that poor, lowly wretch's.
Yes, but she had a very contented face.
All put on. What?
I didn't say anything.
One would think you envied her.
Envied? Oh, no, but I did think she looked so alive. It was while she was working the machine.
That's not living. No, you are the one who is alive. I'm busy, I mean.
I'm sorry. I'll go, Harry. Are they very expensive?
What?